Okay, we're going to move right along to our consent calendar. Yeah. I'm going to recognize Governor Rath.
I would make a motion to move the bylaw amendment off of the consent calendar and bring it before the board.
Second.
Anybody? We don't need a motion. Any governor can make the request and it will be honored.
Okay. Okay, so I have a request that, and the request, so that is taken off the consent calendar. At this time, I would ask if there are any other issues on the consent calendar that any governor would like taken off for discussion. Okay. Well, hearing none, I guess we should go to that issue first. Okay, sure. Okay, so right now I would entertain a motion to approve the items in the consent calendar.
I will move, Kevin Fay.
Okay, do I hear a second? Okay. Governor Fay made the motion. It was seconded by Governor Petrosic. Okay, I think now we can move
We'll do
to
a roll call vote.
a roll call vote, and then we will move to the next issue.
All right. This is for approval of the consent calendar minus the item that was removed. Christina Larry.
Aye.
Todd Bloom.
Aye.
Jordan Couch.
Aye.
Chris Bang.
Yes.
Kari Petrosic. Tom Ahern. Allison Whitney.
Yes.
Mary Rathbone.
Aye.
Parvin Price.
Yes.
Alain Villeneuve.
Yes.
Kevin Fay.
Yes.
Emily Arneson.
Yes.
Nam Nguyen.
Yes.
Matthew Dresden.
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
Terrific. Yeah. So we are now going to take up the amendments to the bylaws regarding the license fee exemption. I think it is on page 21 of your materials. And I would open the floor for discussion or questions that people might have about this.
I would move to approve it.
Okay.
I second the emotion.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. It's just a delay probably. So there's been a motion and a second. Parliamentarian, does that mean we're ready to vote? Okay. Is there anyone who wants? Governor Rapp.
I just want to clarify why I made the request, not a motion. Thanks for the clarification. But I think it's important in establishing the governance committee. So first I want to say I appreciate the governance committee and taking this work on. I know it takes a lot of work and time and effort, and I hope that my request is not seen as some sort of way to be a contrarian. But I think at least to the extent of our bylaws and establishing this committee, it's a fairly new committee. I think it's important that we bring these amendments before the board, whether it's agreed upon or not, just to make sure that we're following procedure. I don't have enough information to know if it's the proper procedure, but I think from my gut instinct, it's the right procedure. If we're updating our bylaws, if we're making changes to our bylaws, my preference would be that it come before the board, even if it is something that is agreed upon.
Thank you, Governor Rathbone. Governor Bloom.
You referenced page 22 material?
21. Yes. Executive Director Nevitt.
I did want to clarify just that this one came from the Budget and Audit Committee, not the Governance Committee. However, I do think it would be useful for the Governance Committee to discuss the issue because I think it could be a totally appropriate policy to say we don't put these on the consent calendar, but it would be good for that to be in the bylaws so that we all know. I think we discussed this in July, and the consensus of the board was that we could put it on the consent calendar. So we certainly weren't trying to do anything untoward. But I think it'd be good to have a discussion and then clarify what the rule is.
See if this works now. Does this work? Okay, good. Yeah, I was, so the request to remove from Governor Rathbone was with regards to the amendment to 12.4, as I understand, right? This is a different amendment. This is a second read.
No, she removed the bylaw proposal on the license fee exemption, which was on for second read.
Okay, I got you. All right, great, thanks.
Any other further discussion?
Yes, this is Kevin Fay. Thank you for
Yes.
pointing out, Governor Nevitt. I'm sorry, Executive Director Nevitt, that this did not emanate from the Governance Committee, but from the Budget and Audit Committee. If my memory serves me correctly, did we not have a discussion of this bylaw amendment at our last meeting?
We did.
Okay, so approving it is not something that was done in the dark, just pointing that out. All I have to say.
Thank you. Governor Rathbone.
To clarify, it was my mistake with the governance committee. This did come through budget and audit. And again, I understand it was on the consent calendar because of a change that had been made since our last meeting. Is that not, I'm misunderstanding that as well? Okay. I think for purposes of just clarifying where I feel like this is, I didn't mean this to take this long, but now I feel like I have to clarify a clarification of an amendment of a clarification. I think that even it's best practice to bring bylaw amendments before the board for approval and allow the opportunity for discussion. And that's based on my personal experience. It's not based on my experience on this board. I just think it's a best practice. Is it saving face a little bit? Maybe, but I think ultimately it's a best practice.
Thank you, Executive Director Nevitt, and then we also have former Governor Williams-Ruth.
I just want to add, I think that's a totally valid perspective, and I'm just suggesting maybe the governance committee could take it up so that we could, if we agree that's a best practice, I think it'd be good to have it in our rules.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Former Governor Williams-Ruth.
Thank you. And pardon me. And I didn't expound on former Governor parliamentarian Stevens' comments because I thought they were perfect, but maybe they missed the mark for some. Yes, bylaws are on a 2-read schedule. Yes, this board had a lovely, robust discussion in July with the people who knew about it. And though I know there are a lot of people who say nobody reads the bar news, nobody reads Sarah's emails and the recaps, there are people who do. And then there are also liaisons such as myself, such as Nancy Hawkins, such as those online, that do go back and report to stakeholders who then may have comments and thoughts and opinions that weren't able to be thought about, weren't able to come to this table on the first read. And these are the governing documents of this association. You know, this isn't just the section bylaws, which I'm glad and happy to see that the Indian section got their bylaws passed on the consent calendar. Their members created that and had their process. Now, today, I'm not coming forward with any objection. The RPPT section has no thoughts on this specifically, and you know, hopefully it just sails through the Supreme Court. But I would very much and will continue for as long as I am a liaison to object to anything that removes the 2-process read of changing the rules, structure, governance of this association when we are not. I mean, if you want to go to a 1-read system, fine, put that in a new bylaw, and by God, we're going to have a 2-read system, and I guarantee you're going to see a room full of people and a Zoom list of comments, because not everyone does have the time, budget, energy, crazy people such as myself to dedicate to come, but they do stay informed. They do see what's happening. And as the governance committee will be taking on issues of greater importance than, and I'm not to say this isn't an important bylaw amendment, but it's not one that's raising for my section. I anticipate there will be ones. And there will want to be time for absolute feedback. So, you know, I am grateful that this came off, and I'm fine that if it passes unanimous consent, everyone voting now, but it is a process that is there to protect everyone. And I would ask us not to look at eroding that without full contemplation of what it means. Thank you.
Thank you, former Governor Williams-Ruth. And what I'm seeing here is a lot of consensus about what could be done in the future. I will not be your president then, but I encourage President-elect Adewale and the governance committee to perhaps take this issue up, because we're definitely hearing around this table that folks want to change. So, does anybody want to make a motion? Oh, sorry. I think we are.
Okay. This is on the motion to approve the proposed bylaw change. Christina Larry,
Aye.
Todd Bloom,
Aye.
Jordan Couch,
Aye.
Chris Bang,
Yes.
Kari Petrasic, Tom Ahern,
Yes.
Allison Whitney,
Yes.
Mary Rathbone,
Aye.
Parvin Price,
Yes.
Alain Villeneuve,
Yes.
Kevin Fay,
Yes.
Emily Arneson,
Yes.
Nam Nguyen,
Yes.
Matthew Dresden.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Terrific. All right. So now we're moving on to the president's report, which I'm going to defer till a little bit later. And I'm going to ask Executive Director Nevitt if she has anything to say about her report.
In the interest of time, nothing to add, but I'm happy to entertain any questions about my report at page 93.
Great.